When I was 16, I went to the Police Synchronicity concert. And that was a big tour. I mean, Police was top of their game. I mean, and it definitely kind of was this blend of reggae and rock, two things I love. I loved hip hop, reggae, and rock, so it was two of the three at least. I went to Run DMC that year too, but I think at the Police, I saw how powerful music was and how it could, I don't know, man, something about it moved me. And I think from there, when I set out to write my own songs, I realized, well, I can move people this way or that way, but what's the most important thing to me? The most important thing to me is my faith in God. So I began to realize if I'm going to move people with this powerful thing called music, I would want to move them toward God. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, all my band, of course, Diverse City, they go and they teach them, you know, how to play drums or how to play guitar, certain licks or, you know, chord progressions. Keyboardist, MD, Dave, he teaches them how to, you know, lead a band. I usually talk to them more about songwriting and really about choosing their bandmates. So many times, you know, the old adage, who you hang out with is who you become. I believe that's true. And so when I have my moment on the platform to share with these young aspiring musicians, I usually tell them, you know, find people that you agree with, find people that will cause you to live more passionately, find people that, especially in the side of the industry I'm in, find people that love God more than you do, and they will inspire you to simply love Him more. I set out to write songs about my life, the good, the bad, and the ugly of my life. Struggling through things, overcoming things, the times I fall short, and the times I get victory over something. I mean, you know, I'm a believer walking through this world with crazy stuff coming at me, just like everybody else out there. I don't have it all together. So I try to share those stories about not having it all together, not being perfect, but holding on to a relationship with Christ in a way that is not always pretty and is not always perfect, but in a real way. It grounds me. It's just very real to me, and I think when I write about that, it connects with people's lives. When I try to conjure up some story or be the dopest MC around or the best singer, I just trip and fall. But when I write songs about life and struggle and the things I go through, I'm not that different from anybody else out there. We're all trying our best. And I write songs about that. They connect with people, and I'm honored to do that. I don't look at music or recording as self-indulgent. I look at recording music to serve other people. I really do.
Yo, it's crazy, amazing. We can turn our heart through the words we say. Mountains crumble with every syllable.
I wrote that song with a guy named Jamie Moore, a producer here in Nashville, and a guy named Ryan Stevenson who lives in Boise. And really, for me, my angle of the song, we all wrote it, but my angle was based on a book by a guy named Brendan Manning. He wrote a really awesome book called The Ragamuffin Gospel. And he followed it up with a book called Abba's Child. And Brennan said, and he said this to DC Talk once, my band I was in before TobyMac. He looked at us and he said, there's no neutral exchange when two people come in contact with each other. You're either giving them life or you're sort of zapping life from them. And I thought, man, what a thought. Everyone you come in contact with, whether you are buying a coffee, or having a deep conversation, you're either speaking life into somebody or you're pulling it away from them. And to speak life is what I would want to do. I don't always do it, but man, to have that thought running through people's minds, to be reminded that you can speak life into everyone you come in contact with is a powerful thing.
Speak life to the deadest, darkest night. Speak life, speak life.
One way we balance family life and touring life, because everybody in my band, I think everybody has kids now. The way we balance it is really by touring differently. We don't go out for 3-4 weeks at a time. We go out for 3 or 4 days at a time, and then the other 3 or 4 days we're home. So we try our best to, tour like that, and we do. I mean, the most 10 days is kind of my limit, man. After 10 days, I'm just like dying to get home. And I couldn't say that when I was younger. I mean, I could roll and roll and roll, but so we tour on weekends and we come home 3 or 4 days a week every week. And also, I think Skype helps. FaceTime helps. All technology helps us to stay in contact. I say in one of my songs, Lose My Soul, I want to be a daddy who's in the mix. I don't want to be that dad that was never there. That's important to me, and I'm going to stick to that.
Well, it's crazy to imagine words from my lips as the arms of compassion. Mountains.
The main thing that I get out of the PSM 1000s is the bottom end. The top is nice, has the nice sheen on it for when I'm listening to my voice, but the bottom is there and it's clear and it's defined.
Raise your thoughts a little higher. Use your words to inspire.
I mean, I love the KSM9. There's no other mic for me. Everything about it. Even when I listen to my voice on other mics, and I do a cameo appearance on stage with someone else, and they hand me a different mic, it's just like a downer. Honestly, I'm not just saying that. The KSM9 is just made for me.